to the Middleton Budget Committee meeting, May 20th, 2019. Call the meeting to order at 6:34. Rise for pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll do the roll call. So, Roxanne Tuskegee here. Tracy here. Bonnie here. Becca here.
Mary here.
Joe Bailey here.
So Scott and Janet are not going to make it tonight. They had another commitment, something else came up. So I'll just move into the agenda. What I have is, I had old business. I had the Sunrise Lake District under there. I don't think there's anything to go with that, but I just put it on there as a follow-up because we had the public hearing last month. I'm guessing everything is fine. I hadn't heard anything, so I'm going with that. So we'll move into new business. Oh, I didn't put on here the minutes, so that's good. So we have the minutes from the April 15th meeting. Thanks, Becca, they sent those out.
Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean,
Well,
I didn't know what you guys were looking for, put it that way, so.
yes, high level highlights. The only thing is, like when we're doing the budget, that we kind of call out a little bit more, and if we're voting, we just usually will put what we're voting and what the count was, if it's 5, 6, whatever,
Okay.
0.
And who motioned?
Yeah, who motioned?
That,
who seconded,
yeah, that I
so,
got. I wasn't
Okay.
sure about the whole
Yeah.
account numbers stuff.
No, you don't have
I'll
to.
probably need that, but to do the minutes.
That I just get from right here.
Oh,
So I'll say town budget and then reference the number.
okay.
Same with the school.
It's a learning curve that everybody's
Yeah,
going to
yeah, and I
work
mean,
together
and you
on.
get to,
So.
I mean, it's not like you have to be super detailed, it's high level, and
And do you guys, with the public comment and stuff, do you actually call out the citizens? Because I know some towns actually say, but I didn't know a
And
lot.
if you don't-
I didn't.
Okay,
I
I just
said
said
the public
many
asked
members of the
this.
public.
well, I will just tell you, what we've had that was probably the most public
Biggest,
participation
yeah.
since,
Yeah.
you happened to come in when we had that, because usually this is what we have.
Yeah.
This is,
Maybe one or two.
The only thing that you may,
usually sometimes,
Joe's wife is.
yeah.
what we usually do is stuff like that, public wants to speak, we know who it is, ask them their name for the
Yeah.
record, so.
Yeah.
That, other than that.
That's good.
So if everybody's reviewed the minutes,
Motion to accept as written.
okay, second.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor, any discussion? No, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Great
Great
job.
job.
Yes, thanks, that was excellent. So I guess let's jump into the town, because we haven't seen the town one, because they finally got approved from DRA.
Oh,
So, which is nice, so we actually have some budgeted numbers in here to see what we look like.
We need to invest in new lights.
I thought that was.
Not the budget.
Yeah,
I know,
Knock something else out.
yeah,
we'll find it somehow, I will get on
I
that.
know that is. Well, do you think maybe the fan does
That's
it?
probably making it worse.
Probably does make it worse for you, I bet. Okay.
So,
So where should we be at, Joe?
36%,
36.
if you look at the back page, we're at 28.
28.
Which is good. You know the short, look, right here, this is your breakdown.
Oh, you're looking at the income.
No, that's income.
I just pulled everything apart and I didn't see it.
No, it's, you know what, probably because everybody brought their own.
Oh,
So we-
okay.
I did not.
I would have made copies.
I didn't bring any.
Do you have, so you don't have to see the Mary, so I'll
No,
make
I
a
don't,
copy.
sorry.
Okay, no, not a big deal.
So while she's doing that one, you wanna talk about waste management, you said, no problem?
We switched to Fridays, I'm gathering, because it was a cost-effective thing.
It was
Some of it,
it was
anyway.
something for waste management that they needed to do for them.
Okay, so it wasn't like to give us a little bit of savings, like
No,
this was nice
no.
numbers. Okay, they just, I don't know. We read the guidelines for bulk pickup day.
Yep.
We had stickers on some large items, but it said anything that would fit in a 30-gallon trash can or bag.
But if it
With-
wasn't
with-
in
with-
stickers,
with-
then
Yeah, I know.
With some
But they
exception.
left, okay,
Electronics, no. Tires, no. Chemicals, no. And what they would consider any type of remodeling debris, like 2x4s, sheet rock. Okay, just saying, that'd be the only thing, 'cause we
They
have a
left
different
orange
pickup.
stickers on our bags.
They left orange stickers on
What did
the,
they say?
well, the orange
Saying
stickers
that they
they.
weren't gonna take the stuff because it didn't have a sticker. Like, and it was an orange paper.
See, and unfortunately, I have to tell you, and this is something we talked to them about, they have 2 groups of trucks that come in town that pick up our trash, okay? And one guy's gonna pick and choose, and the other people just take anything, if it's the sticker on it, or if they get the trash bag, it's gone. It's gone, they don't question it, it's gone.
Right.
But the other guy, he will sit there, and he argued with Tammy last year about it.
They spent 10 minutes at my house filling
But-
out paperwork.
I
Did they open your bags? I'm hoping they did, because why else would they have denied them?
I had all
There
the-
was an old fire safe that we had, it was about this big. No cover on it or
Was it
anything.
metal?
It was heavy, but it was plastic on the outside, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's probably, yeah.
know for sure. And then, a couple of them, like, definitely fit in a trash bag, not chemical or anything like that.
And I'll agree with you because we live right across the street.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't pick up. I
They
had-
left a lot of stuff at your
Yeah.
house.
I had like pool cover, I had a pool cover, but, alright, so I had something in front of my house next door, I had 3 tops and like an old gas grill cover. We put it all in there and we roped it up, and I said, you know, in the past, I've never put stickers on stuff like that. So, and then I had the pool cover at my house with a dog bed, an old dog bed, and a cut up piece of carpet that really was only like this big.
Yep.
In my, in 2, and I guess in 2 plastic lawn chairs, which I understand why they didn't take those. Not a sticker on anything. They didn't take anything that wasn't in the barrel. They didn't take the stuff next door. I'm like, what the hell? I says, all right, maybe I should have had a sticker. But I mean, I can tell you, if it's something I can fit in a garbage bag.
Was
it in a garbage
bag though?
No, it wasn't. So,
Ours was.
no, so.
See that,
What
see,
happened?
I would think that they would take hers, but wouldn't take yours.
So they didn't take it, so Jim, so we left it next, I brought the stuff in at my house up by my garage, and so I left the one over next door, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, he says, we'll get it by the end of the week or whatever. Well, John was like, I'm gonna ride around and get you, I'm like, maybe I can get a ticket or whatever. Well, that following Friday, don't you know, Waste Management picked that bag, they picked that up. I'm like, are you
Really?
freaking
Yeah.
kidding me? So it was just
Well, you know
coincidence.
something, I have to tell you, because the bulk pickup is trashed it the same day,
Yeah,
I think the one guy who comes up here, he'll pick and choose, he makes the program the way he thinks it should be, okay? So I think what you're gonna find is the normal guy who come up the following week,
right.
his take this shouldn't be
So I
doing
would
it.
put it
Well,
back up in the
not-
bag and
Not
see-
fully though.
Yeah,
No.
My husband may have done that this week, I don't know, we took pictures, I was pissed.
We had 2 mattresses, which I had stickers on.
Yep.
On top of the mattresses, we had 2 big black garbage bags. They didn't touch the bag, they didn't look in the bags, but they took them.
Oh, they didn't take ours?
But we had like a broken rake, a couple short little oars from a little plastic boat thing, a little plastic kid sled, a few things like that. They left all that, but not only did he leave it, he picked it up, and I watched him do it. He picked it up, dropped it on top of my plants.
That's what they did at.
I went out
Imagine.
yelling.
Cause so if you had put it in a garbage barrel, they would have taken it?
They would have
Yes.
taken it.
That's,
I know,
you know, no, but I'm just saying, right, Joe?
But
This is
And
my
I'll tell you what,
husband,
when I
my
cleaned
husband
up
put the
the
trash
shit, I
bags
took my
on
days,
top of a,
pick
we had an
rugs,
old treadmill, we put a
all rugs
sticker on
outside
it.
wet, everything gone.
Took
I had
everything
nothing
off
left
the
over.
treadmill, we
Yeah,
had bags,
yeah.
trash bags.
I've never had an
Yep.
issue with them.
I don't
I
think
No,
didn't
this
they,
was the
know.
first year that, and
they
I'm
put
like,
an orange
okay, I
notice
can
on
see
it,
why.
and they
BB,
left them, they
you know,
actually,
what-
cause
I
my
understand
husband
the
figured,
lawn
they'll
chairs.
take them, cause I'll
I'm
put
like, whatever.
that stuff on
My
a
son just
sticker.
moved to Brookfield.
Right.
I have.
They didn't touch the bags, and I don't think they even looked at them.
So-
Well, he picked it up and moved it all over
So actually,
and
that's
put it
what
right
I'm
on top
gonna
of
put
my
it back,
plant.
put them out there
Completely
like
crushed
a
my
garbage
plant.
pickup, they'll probably take it.
I went out and yelled, and I think he thought I was yelling because he wasn't taking the stuff. It's like, no, you better be a jerk and not take it. I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Yeah.
But you just crushed my plant on purpose. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, you know,
Tough
Well,
crowd.
one
right?
more, no, one more year, we put it out to bid.
good.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think.
not a lot of options.
No, I was gonna say, I think most any place you go, half of them go to Waste Management.
Well, that's gonna take you drop it off,
Drop it off,
so.
right, so, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the town, so we're supposed to be at We should be at 36 and we're only at 28 overall, but there are some that are, I think, over, but that's, I think part of that is because they're one-time things, so
Right.
they
Yeah.
would be that way.
These are
Is
one
that
shots.
one we got last time, or,
Do you need a copy of this one too?
I don't know, is that one we already had, or?
No, this brand new one.
That's where everyone has one?
This has got the percentages over here.
I am totally willing to come early and make copies of
I
everybody's
thought,
stuff.
I
I said that,
Probably.
but nobody,
And I thought you were.
You would have had to print
nobody
off.
took me up
Oh,
on it.
okay,
I was
so
And I
like,
thought, no, that's all right, don't worry, got it.
Printed these.
Roxanne, did you have one in your bin up there in the
No,
mailbox?
I didn't have one of these, no, because Scott came and took it,
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
so.
I would say only Roxanne can take them.
I don't mind, because I mean, he emails it out, but, which is, because, you know, so we can look at it ahead of time, and I get that, but, and I didn't ask for her, I could have asked her to make me, but whatever, no big deal. Sorry.
Are we going through these line by line? Or?
If you have questions, just
Right,
whatever you have questions
What
on.
happened with the AccuVote machine?
All right, so, all right, I was gonna say,
Came in.
that's probably one time deal, I
Yeah.
guess, Joe.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, so, some of this stuff, you'll see maybe, if, oh, the actual, no, not, but some of
The
it.
thing is, we budget that money like that because the last time we done it, that's what it costs. So if prices go up, we won't
Right,
know
that's the-
that.
What is this, because you get rid of programs or
262%?
something? The AccuVote machine, what happened with this?
Something malfunctioned on it and they had to make a repair and upgrade,
Oh, okay.
so.
Well, I would,
That was,
I was
that
gonna
was,
say
that,
repair, I think we would have some type of no?
that was a used machine from someplace
Okay.
else. They had overabundance, we bought one, so.
Well, at least that makes sense. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not a
not sure.
huge number, it's just the percentage was huge.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna ask this question. The deputy tax collector, she's up before, is that because, why is, I know this is gonna be all kind of screwed up because of the whole situation. Who is the deputy tax collector?
We just hired someone, she's from Barnstable, Pittsfield,
Right, yes.
and she has 16 years of experience down there. I can't remember.
Is this, is this because,
Tell her that, Joe.
is this, Joe, is this because this part was Janelle's piece from the first part?
Yes,
Okay,
there's a little bit of
So it's a
everything in
split
that
up.
whole thing, yes,
alright.
so.
Well, I had
When
a,
was the new employee hired?
2 weeks ago,
It was when they had that.
no, she's like 1 or 2 days a week.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
At 8 to 15 hours and this one.
New person, okay.
person.
I don't know, well, they might have said her name the other last week, and I don't remember what it was either, so.
I had a question on that too.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
so-
one?
What is it, the tax collector
Tax
salary
salary.
and the deputy?
Yeah.
Just because the numbers, so between the one we got last time and the one that we got from Scott, which was, what, from this,
Well, when-
May 9,
Yeah,
that's when it was dated.
it's the end of month, it's through.
So it's only 15 days though.
No, I think,
This one was printed on 4/15.
right, so this would have been, my and I might not be clear, I might not, and I talked to Laura about this, we're going, the ones that we're gonna get are gonna be as of the end of the month,
Right.
because that's what all the department heads get and everything, so then if we have questions, we have the same things. I don't know if this one right here was as of the end of the month, I definitely know this one is as of the end of April. This one, I'm not sure, it might not be, this one might be as of the end of March, or as of 4/15 exactly.
In any one of these sheets will always be at the end of the month.
Unless we
Okay.
choose to get it.
I still have another
Yeah, okay,
question.
no, but I just wanna, yes, go ahead, so what?
So, it would be the tax collector
Yeah,
from the one we got previously is up in 1 month, now you're saying, not 15 days, like $2,516.
I don't have the other
And then
machines.
Is there a
the
signing bonus?
the deputy tax collector is down $1,509.
is that because did you move because of what happened,
I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
Can we get an answer to that?
Yeah, yes, we can. So, we can.
I was gonna say, did a
Look,
reallocation happen
right,
because
all I know
of-
is that by the end of the year, everything will be straightened right out and will not be over budget. I can guarantee you
Well,
that, so,
And why are
but
we
for right now, from what
But
Janet.
I just would like to know,
I'm just
I mean,
saying
we
we-
lost money and then we gained a lot of money.
No, the thing is, it's just a numbers game, I'm telling you right now, I know that for sure because of like what transpired and when it was approved and not approved, like that. Some people were helping to keep the thing going until
I
whatever,
understand
so-
that. As a budget committee though, I respectfully disagree with you and say
No,
that
that's
we're looking at
fine.
a month to month and trying to
Right.
keep things in
No,
Right,
perspective.
right, is it, right,
415010.
So the last,
yes, and
okay.
15.
For
so-
what?
Well, yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
one.
The 415 for the tax collector salary was 7,519 and 54 cents. And
Oh,
then
last month,
yeah,
yes,
the last
yeah, so
one.
it said
And then the
year-to-date
deputy
actual.
was 1,000.
Would it make sense if they were
890.
paying Janelle?
Oh, I picked up the auditor.
Yeah, cause I was gonna say, wow, that's the
Sorry.
same exact.
No, no. Sorry.
And then put it back.
Cause it was.
I would hate to
46.
speculate.
Well,
I
it's
don't
now
have
it's
to speculate
46,
either.
but it was only.
But, well, finance, we don't have an answer for it.
It's just, it stuck out to me, that's a
Right.
lot. Yeah.
Oh, but see, there's something in here for the budget, so that's curious to know what that, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Good question.
No, it is, and I assume it has to do with the whole situation.
Which is
I'm not gonna assume it. so-
Well, it's not a secret.
I don't
guessing.
know, well, I
It's
just
just new,
situation, I
it's
don't
just
know.
new, so.
And so the pay raises have not gone through yet,
No.
because that's, we'll go
No.
through probably for May, we'll see that bump in May.
You'll probably see it the first week of June,
Oh, so
Now,
we
is
won't
that
see it,
back pay?
yes.
yeah,
We're doing,
Also-
we got majority of the evaluations done. We still have a few more.
so the department heads do the evaluations?
They evaluate their own employees,
Yeah,
then we do their evaluation, they do their subordinates at that time with us,
okay,
so.
And Joe, I don't wanna make sure I call it, the longevity
Mhm.
money, is that paid out, that's paid out once a year?
Yes.
And when is that paid out?
Usually around November.
November?
November,
And is
December.
that like, is it go every year or is it milestones?
It starts at 5 years of service.
So 5 years and then you get minus 6?
Right, and then, it's 5.
So it is, so it's,
But
so
there are
it's based on milestones, it's
Right.
not based on
Years of
every year.
service.
So it's like at 5 years you get something, 10
Right.
years you get something.
Not
Okay.
5, 6, 7, yeah, I know.
It's not like every year, like some companies.
Every year so,
It pays out every
Year,
year, but not
yes.
to the same individuals every year because it is based on their tenure.
Anniversaries,
Right.
yeah.
So like it's a milestone, like a 5 or a 10 or 15 or 20.
and now the next thing that's come up in some conversation is that for just full-time, or are you gonna do it with part-time and volunteer like firefighters and EMS people?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So,
I wouldn't think so, but
that's something being discussed, I have to tell you, so.
I don't think so. Only, no, I'm not saying that because my father's husband's on the fire department.
Really?
No, I'm thinking of like Andrea, who has
Yeah.
dedicated,
20
yeah,
plus years.
No,
20
right,
years.
no, I agree, I mean, it's something that, yes, I think it's something
I
that.
think it's one of those things that,
know.
look, everybody talks about the pay and stuff like that. Look, we're not the highest, we're not the lowest, we're in a good spot at this point now, okay? But these little, and I have to tell you, the town benefits that we offer is pretty good, okay? We have officers who were working other places for more money per hour that have given those jobs up to work here because we have better, like, days off and stuff like that. So, and they're closer to, like, Cooper up in Wilkeboro. He wants to spend time with his family as much as he can. He's now closer, he took a drop per hour, but the benefits are better. So he didn't lose anything but time, because he's now home more, less travel, so it balanced out for him pretty
yeah,
well.
commute
you know?
time and stuff.
So, I mean, there are a lot of that goes on, so,
Right, it's the whole
I mean,
package.
this
Time is money.
town gets
But
all
health
the
insurance
holidays
is like
off.
the number one thing that
Yeah,
I
that's
look
a
at,
lot.
not the pay.
So-
I mean, 'cause it's astronomical.
Well, because you'll see it in your pay anyway, right?
Well, yeah, but
No, in the end, it's gonna be reflected in your pay, so. Workers' comp, Joe, why are we up at 68%?
That's what I had done.
We have no choice in what it is.
No, I didn't.
I don't know.
So did we just budget?
Workers'
poorly on that?
comp, we stop and consider. Okay, we have still things going on with former Chief Sobel, Officer Brown. We had no, our current chief is on workers' comp because the car accident down on Silver Street that he had about a year and a half ago, he's still working on that. So he may be out of a job too because it's not coming back where he can pass his PT test to keep his certifications up as a police officer. They're very stringent on it.
Is the
And
workers' comp is this for all town employees, is this for a
Yes.
category
All-
like admin?
the whole
this is all
Okay,
for
alright.
everybody.
It's a total
Yeah,
thing.
okay. Okay, so much, and then employment compensation too, look at that one. But I mean, grand scheme of amount, it's not large, but it's, but we're gonna be over budget, we don't
And
really want to.
The same, is that the same with the unemployment also?
Yeah.
Why is that?
So the septic, we must have had it pumped.
Hmm.
We must have had it pumped because we're at, only $10 left
Yeah, I
over.
saw that. Well, how often do you guys have to do it?
Probably once every 2 years, I guess.
Well, these Old Town Hall in there is usually once a year.
Oh, okay,
well, no, I
mean, right.
So over here it's like I think every other year.
And we know like the repairs for the fire station, that's probably gonna max out along with the whole capital reserve fund.
No, what is that for so far? Cause I thought we were using the capital reserve fund for anything over there.
Yeah, the, like.
For what are you
Well,
talking?
the repairs to the fire station.
66%?
Mhm.
Yeah, so we have budgeted 3,000 and they've spent 19.
You know, I got the, look, when I looked at, I got a question mark for that one myself too, that I don't know, because the only thing I know we've done was from last week, one of the overhead doors is having a problem like that, and they come in and fixed it for like $1,500 or
Yeah,
whatever.
that wouldn't be
So
this.
that wouldn't
That's
be
not
it because
it.
this is
So
as
So
of
I
the
can figure
end
what's
of
on
the-
that one too. So,
Same
And
with
that
the highway.
was septic you're looking
Hmm?
at?
No, that's the fires, the
No.
repairs to the fire
no,
station.
that comes out of the reserve fund, capital reserve. So,
And
Yeah,
the
the rest-
newspaper notice thing, is that, do we know why that was, I mean, I know it's not a lot of money, but do we know why it was so high?
ZBA, so whenever we have somebody have to have a notice, like a butters like that,
Yeah.
they pay for it, so you don't see it as an income, you only see it as an expenditure.
So it'll,
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's
I
kind
was
of
gonna
like,
say, I thought the person
it'll
paid
probably
for it.
be, by the end of the year, it won't probably be over, but some, depends on when it hits and when they put the notices in, yeah. So what was, so I think we came back to the repairs to the highway garage, and granted it was only three, but do we know what that? Only $500 budget on
I know, that's what,
that. Huh, interesting. Well, I mean,
Well, we just put $200,000 in the last couple of years, so there shouldn't be much to it, so.
right, no, it's just, this was, I mean, it was, $368, so I mean, it really isn't, but, you know. But it looks like the heat on the
I
old
was
town
just gonna
hall.
mention that, what has that been being used for?
Is that for
We're at
rentals?
80%.
Is that for, I mean, is that something that we should, on the top of the page 3, Joe, it's the old, the heat on the old town hall.
Second one down.
I'm sorry.
Page 3. So if that's gonna start coming, and if that, I mean, if we're gonna rent it out more,
they can't adjust the heat though.
Of course you can.
Yeah, you
You got a thermostat?
The
no,
people
but,
can?
but,
No, no, no.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
yeah,
so
so
I
they
guess
can't turn
there's-
it up.
but I mean, that's, I guess the question is,
What you're gonna find, again, you have to stop and think about this, okay? The town hall now is being used, a function's going on in there, okay? The heat is left on at a certain temperature, I think it's right around 55 degrees, so when nobody's there, okay, it's still heating, okay? The price of your fuel influences that number too,
well, right,
okay?
yeah,
So when you take all those combined, the other part is electricity for the old town hall.
yeah.
Because now that it's got AC on it now. That's both heat and AC. So, I'm gonna talk with the other two and see if we should probably just leave that alone. And as the functions come up, turn the AC
Oh,
on to
yeah.
cool it off,
Yeah.
instead of just having it run all the time and nobody be there. It's kind of foolish to do that.
It's
So
gonna
when
be
they
bad.
have an event, like in the winter, does someone go over there and turn the heat up?
No, we have the only key over here in the lock box. So it has to be myself.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah,
like you though,
but-
or is it
yes.
50 degrees over there when they have an event?
No, when you go in to open it up, you
I will
turn
turn it up to say 68, which is a
Mhm.
comfortable level,
Yeah.
and that's good enough. No, we're not gonna play the game.
No, I mean, just looking at the heat for the town hall, the highway, the fire, I mean, it's all up.
So does that,
That's just-
so when that old town hall is used for an event or somebody wants to use it for an event and they pay that money, does that offset some of the heat? And-
Yes, but you're gonna see that as an income.
Right,
Right.
and
No,
then
it's
out,
here's your
but I'm
expense.
saying it's not, it sounds like a lot,
That's
but
what
if
we
we're
should
getting
see it
those.
over here.
Hopefully you'll see it for the same month on the income line over here is like, you're right, so basically, hopefully.
It should offset, is
Right.
my, maybe not 100%,
But
No,
if it's something, it
it's
should be
still
something
running.
there.
correct?
So basically, we're just trying to cover about a little bit of heat, or AC if they use it in the summertime, and some electricity,
Correct.
you know, so. I mean, I think that thing should be a moneymaker personally, but that's just my.
Well,
thought.
if nothing, if not a moneymaker, it should be a break even.
At least,
Exactly,
yeah.
yes.
So,
People don't even realize that we have that. I mean, a lot of people don't know it's a historical landmark. Well, it was.
no, it is.
One time.
No, it is.
Ready? Oh,
So I'm guessing the police part, I'm moving right along here.
no, that's okay.
Good.
That's
Police,
okay.
I mean, the police part-time, I'm assuming that's, up because of picking up for coverage for.
Right, for Vogel,
Well,
being out, because he retired in February, so that whole month we are understaffed, so.
Do we look good now?
Yeah,
The
we have
chief and,
four, we have four full-time, police officers. You got the chief, you've got,
Is he
Mike.
able to work? You said he was.
No, he's not, he's workers' comp and stuff like that, but he's still in here, he's not supposed to be, but he's still here doing his job.
Okay.
But he still gets his salary offset part of it too with workers' comp, that sort of thing. But we have the new guy, Sean.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get Sean's name.
Yes, I don't know what his
I'm
last
off
name is,
the
but
names, too
no,
bad.
I'm not any better, so don't look
So,
at me.
but no, he's a new officer and stuff like that, and he's doing a bang-up job. He's from the area from before, he moved away, so he knows it pretty well. They had FTO for like 2 days, and he's up, ready to go. So, it worked out pretty good.
Four full-time, how many part-time?
We still full staff 7 full-time, but we're looking to probably downsize, not downsize, but change people out, because we have several people that live out of state that wanna come back and work, but not sure, so we're gonna ask them to step back, so we have people who actually want to be here, can be here part-time, so.
That wanna come back like seasonal?
Yeah, just in the summertime to do the details and stuff like that, just to make the good money,
I
and
was
that's it,
thinking-
so.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm guessing.
Well, the details, I mean, you start to consider
I was like, who would just
$45
come
an
here on
hour.
a whim? I was
That's
thinking.
I've seen,
So-
I used to work for a police department and they made like $80 an hour.
We charge $75, but the officer gets 45, and out of that, they have to pay the FICA and all that other stuff like that, whatever, and the other $30 comes right to the town.
Yeah.
And the last 5 police cars have been purchased with that money. And supposedly, right now, going down on 153, where they done all the utility stuff, whatever,
Yeah.
the poles, now they're supposed to be doing details to come in and finish swapping the wires off and getting the old poles out. So,
How's the cell tower coming along?
they're down there working.
Are they finally?
Yep.
Any idea of a?
I know.
No, they
Yeah.
wouldn't commit, I asked that
Done when it's
question the
done.
other night.
Nora.
They would not.
My gut feeling, it will be up and operational by fall.
2000 and.
With the, where's the exact location of
Ridge
Ridge
Road.
Road?
about
Is
quarter
it
of a mile.
Where they
Just
used
a
to
bit.
bring their bulk stuff?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
remember down there, the
Right,
scrap
yeah.
metal tires
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
It's in that same lot, in the
Up in
upper
that
right-hand
corner,
corner.
Yeah.
So, they dropped off an excavator down there already and stuff, so. It's still a bit wet down there
No, I
for
bet it
them,
is
so.
so. The police communications line, I mean, what do we, have we
It's
said?
communications,
Yeah.
let me get down to
You mean
communications.
Stratford County?
It's all Stratford County.
Oh, is that, so,
Yeah.
don't they tell us how much they're gonna charge us?
That's Stratford County?
I didn't think it
I would
was.
think that'd be a set price, cause we're at 53%.
Yeah. You know what though, and I don't know if this
April?
makes a difference, when we work details, they had to have a dedicated dispatcher also. And is that why? Because they had to have a separate, for details like click it or ticket or something like that?
I mean, I guess the question is, Joe, in communications, is that Stratford County, definitely?
Yeah.
Okay, so, then that means they do, I don't know, that's
We
interesting.
need to know if that's a fixed price.
Right.
I know in the past, they've always charged us $3,500, so this may be payment 1 of 2.
Oh, so maybe it is,
Oh,
oh, okay, that would, all right, that's fine, I guess, yeah, so I mean, but you can.
Oh, they split it in half, you mean?
Yeah,
Prosecution line, we're at 100%.
Yeah.
We have a lot of,
that's a fixed price too.
Yeah,
oh, is it? Oh,
Mhm.
okay, all right, see, I didn't know about that.
Officer Joe, is that 54?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that must be the EMT.
Vehicle maintenance, what's that on?
That's gotta be EMS.
no, what line you're in, the police department, down
No,
on
the fifth one up from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, vehicle
vehicle
maintenance,
maintenance?
which I'm believing that's EMS because it's the 4215 line, which is EMS.
Yeah, and again, I gotta figure that out because I know the ambulance has not gone in for any repairs in quite a while.
Our old
Or,
one?
I
Do
mean,
we have the old one still?
the one's still over there, it's in between the trailer and the, where the new proposed,
That's not for the, I was gonna say, have they-
290, you know, that's,
this is probably prior to putting in service the new, so I would, do you
Yeah,
think
'cause
this is,
a month old.
do you think this has to, what is that 59, what is that?
let me figure that out and I'll get back to you on it,
Alright,
okay?
yeah,
I mean, I really wanna know
yeah,
myself.
no, well,
And the fire department office supplies, they're gonna, next week, they'll be over budget.
Which one is that?
The last slide,
Oh,
very
yeah,
last
yeah.
slide.
So what are they, spending all that on?
5, yeah,
'Cause that's ridiculous.
he's gonna have any money, well, as long as it's
Not
finished, it
even
doesn't
June.
go over the budget.
It's not even
Well,
June,
didn't you just
so-
say next week they'll be over budget?
Well,
Well,
Oh, I thought you meant
It's
that.
They continue on.
It's-
Mike's going to have $30.
But it could be they just went down to Staples and
Yeah,
got everything they need
bought-
for the year and be done with it, so I don't know.
Right,
I can't
Who
speak.
knows?
It's
Well,
just an easy question. It's
Not
just-
we'll cut them back.
Yeah. So the radio
yes,
repairs
I had a
and
question
equipment?
on that because we had the warrant article for that.
Radio repairs and equipment, you
Yeah.
over on that one?
We're over 130% now, so I know that, right,
Radio
so,
repairs, oh, yeah, I see it. I think that was the purchase of 2 of the radios.
But that came out of a warrant article,
But they bought, purchased before the warrant article like that, they bought 2 more.
Oh,
so 2 in addition to the.
Yes,
Okay.
so that's why that's over.
Okay.
You've done that and, yeah.
Alright.
The problem is like that, when we go in the fall and like that to get prices and stuff like that, the price is good then. When you go to purchase them like that, if the price goes up, and then we don't get a break on it, and, well, you told us this, 3 or 4 months ago. Well, that's 3 or 4 months ago.
They only
Sorry.
give you like 30 days for a fixed price.
And that's all anybody will give you a quote for is 30 days, so 30 days, 30 feet.
So
So, I'm
Joe,
sorry.
if we go down further on that page 4, we have Stratford Dispatch, that's at 50,
89,
that's,
89,
it's at 89?
that's even worse than the other one.
So what, yeah, so what's, that maybe that's a fixed, maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure where you're at.
Right here,
Page 4, and it's,
Just before the highway.
the last 4299 line item.
But is that for fire and EMS as opposed to PD? Because the other one was in a PD column.
No, maybe, so maybe it's
That
at
could
the
be
same.
because this is fire on the side.
So maybe,
I
yeah,
would
so
think it'd
maybe.
be called the same
I
thing.
would it would all been the same too, but. So, right, so is that a one-time bill, is that like we pay that twice a year or how?
That's Stratford Dispatch is a one-time deal. I
So
do know
this-
that for
okay.
sure. So that makes me go back to the other
Yeah,
one,
so-
on communications, to check that one out,
Alright.
because I wanna make sure that's right too.
They are way over already on highway full time.
I wanna go back
Oh,
to
yeah, no,
the
yeah.
code enforcement salary.
Oh, yeah?
I just have a question, is, John going out, like, giving warnings to people with bags?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
I've seen tons of bags, I mean, you
Yes.
only have to go 4 houses in on New Durham Road to see tons of bags, so I didn't know.
He said he's done that side of town, well, now he should have done all of it, because as of the selectmen's meeting last Monday night, he
He
done.
said he's going
But
up
that's
I
what I
thought
said.
that was for bulk day.
anything that's left over from bulk day
Yeah,
or
that's what
whatever,
he's doing
he's
right
getting, he's telling him you have a week or 2 weeks to get it picked up. If not, you're gonna start getting a fine for it.
But I meant the bags, 'cause
Right.
a couple months ago, he said he was going to ride around and if you didn't have a container,
Oh, that
to
part of
the
it.
ordinance,
I
So-
don't think that's-
you were gonna get warnings.
Yes, too bad he was still here, he would have asked me.
I'm just,
I don't think
I know,
that's-
he said, you start
First
enforcing like
extra
that, and he
bags.
needs to start doing it, he's gonna do it, so.
And
They have a lot of
where's the
already.
code enforcement line? So I was looking at Stratford District.
4240.
424001.
Okay.
I don't understand why it's traffic dispatch is in the highway department, it's not fine, I didn't know.
Well, oh yeah,
But-
no, it's 4299, which
Yeah.
is a different total, it's a
Yeah.
separate line
Yeah.
than any of the other stuff.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't draw a line.
Just
for it.
The overtime for the highway department, aren't we supposed to be at 36%, like, supposed
Yes.
to be? So why is the regular under 36 and then the overtime's way over?
No, because most of the stuff is, it's doing like that, but nights and weekends, they're at, overtime rates.
And they plow my road like 5 times a night. I mean, I love it, but.
I mean, you have to remember, we've had some late storms, even though we haven't seen one, we've had some good ice storm like that, and that's a lot, taking care of ice and stuff like that,
It's
hell of a lot
hard.
different than plowing snow.
Yeah, 'cause you
So-
gotta pre-treat and then go back out and.
So, I mean, that's one of those things you just cannot,
Oh.
you're gonna see the salt lines probably way over too.
Yeah.
No, it's a little set 100 days,
little.
so are we gonna get more, well, we need to get more salt for next year, or is this going to
This would be fine until fall, and then they'll probably take,
try and take it to the
Right.
next year's budget? Okay,
Right.
so then that's not bad.
so, and usually, we don't need any salt like that, November, maybe late December, and at that point, we're already into New Year, even though it's not an approved budget, we're into it, so. And I think they have quite a bit left over there.
Yeah, so no, that hopefully that'll carry us.
Yeah, I
to
hope so,
the
too.
meeting, You know.
And the dues and workshop for highway, it's at 50, I'm assuming, because it's like the same thing, probably like
It's a
twice
one
a year
time,
payment.
right, well, no, it's probably was whenever they attend.
Right.
And they
I
only,
thought the
and they
dues
only
were
have
those-
those, they only have those like twice a year in the springtime and in the
Right.
fall.
Oh, I thought we were talking about union
Oh,
dues.
yeah.
So the,
No, you.
my Rick was talking about the,
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
the,
the class.
the class there, so.
Yeah.
And the
Um,
SCBA lease, that's a one-time.
Yeah. The last, very last page, Bill. The scuba, I was on the CBA lease.
Did we skip? I was gonna say you
Skip
skipped
five.
Did I skip
Did I?
page?
Skip
Yeah,
5,
page 5.
I was like, where are we?
Last
Oh,
page,
that's me, sorry.
That's because mine are out of
you're
order.
moving right along.
Alrighty then.
No, we're out of
Thanks
order.
for correcting me there, because mine, I did.
The highway seasonal, I thought we had talked about that before, that they were, a summer person.
No, it's winter.
Oh, it's winter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we have them from like, say, October till usually the, March, or whatever, unless we have to have
Is
them.
that for like extra plowing?
Well, yeah, because the
No.
gentleman who we have,
Well, because we only have, he doesn't plow, the seasonal guy does not plow.
he runs the bucket loader, so he's filling the trucks, it's like that, cleaning out in front of all the town places and that sort of thing, so.
FEMA. Why do we have so much money?
Because, go ahead. you're-
No, because Rick applies for FEMA after we have storms
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and this is what they're giving back to us.
So we already thought we were getting back that, but
We
we're getting
don't-
more.
Yes,
Last-
yes, yeah.
Last year, we got an extra check for like $50,000, we had no idea we were gonna even get.
Now, just so you know, this money that comes back, and correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, the money that comes back from that gets spent in the highway line,
Right.
because that's where it's coming.
That's why we have that line in there for that, so.
So
And that can
nobody
be,
spent
that can
on
be spent for
highway.
anything that's highway related.
Highway related, yep.
So if some of the overtime is like that, we're over it, that can be applied towards that.
Mhm.
So this is pretty cool.
Pretty, look at that, we're pretty good on the tonnage.
On what time?
Whoa.
I'm just, hey, that's good.
Because they didn't take it.
If you stop and consider, we're 5 months into this, we're at 31%,
That's
32%, it's not bad.
So the tonnage is the
The waste
waste
pickup.
management?
Yeah,
It makes a big difference when they don't take stuff, so.
I know people won't like it, but when you take waste management, break it down between all the resident households, then by month, it really is kind of a price.
Let me tell
It's
you,
when you're
I think
looking at
we
it.
done a number on it, I think it comes up to $2.50 a week per household.
I was gonna say, it's
And people, I
It
mean.
sounds
so
like
what some people,
nothing.
I just am surprised at what some people have out at the end of it, I'm like, how do you have that much garbage?
Yeah.
I just.
But I go
Down by the
No,
lake.
I'm talking every week.
a lot of
I know.
residents down there.
I go out and I'm like.
I mean, Tammy's at the daycare and stuff like that, and we have 2 55-gallon drums, buckets, a 35-gallon,
Just-
and they're not completely full every week. Sometimes I can get by with 1 bucket a week. That's with the daycare.
I filled 3 last week, but I went on that.
Cleaning service.
I've lived in the same house for 33 years.
No,
Every once in
kids
a
are
while,
leaving.
yeah,
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 people
the
will be
kids are
purged.
moving, and so
Money's purging.
The school diesel, do we know why that's a little higher?
Yeah.
The what?
The
School diesel.
I figured with all the snow days we had that it should be a lot less than our kids are going to school till the 25th, right?
And I don't think, and I can
That's
tell you,
when you
I don't
go
believe
back
diesel is up
15.
more than what has been in the past. I only know that because my husband fills up a
It's
diesel.
Well,
like
you know, the
only
price is
less than
jumping,
$4.
so-
Not a lot, I didn't think it was jumping a lot, but I don't know, I mean.
Well, I mean, we
And,
did have
as far as
a lot
this
of snow
goes,
days.
okay, how this actually works is, all we do is we
Estimate, yeah, I know.
collect the money
prices
for the
go up
taxes
down.
and we pay the bill, and the school's supposed to reimburse
Yes,
it
so
back,
this is a number that primarily comes from the school.
Right, they budget, this is what we use their budget number.
So we'll
and-
wait for Mary, we'll wait till we get to the school one, so then we can ask Mary.
Have a bucket?
Same with the school gasoline, so.
Yeah. That's not bad, it's only about 60.
And we only have one a van that we run gas.
Hey.
Two.
Oh, speaking of which, Joe, I want, and this is not, so I'll wait till the school one to remind me, I have a question about the van. Because it's not something you would answer, because it's a school thing, not a town.
Dodge that one,
It's not a
didn't
big
we?
deal, and it's not a big deal, because it's gonna be a question you're gonna go and ask.
And you know I'm gonna give you the answers that I have.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And I think the rest, the only other thing was that the scuba, the SCBA lease, which that's a one-time, so.
What is on the bottom of page 5, what is reference material? Like, I don't even know what that's for.
I would guess that it's probably information that you find out there on the hallway. Joe, no?
It's pretty much everything that you normally don't, you know what I mean, it can be
Catch-all.
pretty much a catch-all, reference materials. I mean, if you have a class coming up, you have to be a freshman.
I just didn't know if it was for office admin or if it was for highway.
I think it's pretty much for everything,
Okay.
so.
I'm surprised the patriotic hasn't been tapped into. They already have the flags up.
I know, but we,
Oh,
Those
depends on
are
how,
big
they
things.
probably didn't buy them until after this happened, yeah.
that,
They might
or
have
they may
some
be in the
left over.
process, because what they do, they'll take what they have, put it out there, and see how many bad ones they got, and
Put it back
then
up.
replace them, so.
So we got any more questions? And then we have the income, which is the whole next section that I gave you copies of if anybody wants to talk about that. They were getting generated some money. More vehicle, 40,000. I think they were saying there were, what did you now say at last week's meeting, there was still over 100 dogs not registered in the town.
My husband's birthday is in May, so we just always pay it when registered.
No, but it was just,
Well, I know
Yeah.
it's
I
late.
hope they're gonna have police officers go to those people's homes and issue a warrant.
Well, no, what we're gonna do is, we actually
Because I
have,
had that happen to
I
me. I had it happen to me, my dog was governed.
well, we have Teresa Jones, who's the AC officer,
Yeah, she's
and
That's a
she wants this. So, you send them out, and they'll get paid, she's gonna take them and go knock on the door, not the police department, but she's part of the police department, so she has the badge, and she
good for
can,
her.
Oh, she's super.
she's
nice.
all over
She's
this
great.
ACO thing.
And did I hear at some meeting that if you don't register your dogs, then you
You can't
can't
register
register your vehicles?
Correct.
And boats?
Yes,
Oh, I
anybody,
heard that.
Yes, if you wanna register your vehicle, oh, by the way, no, you're way over in your dog license,
Well,
you
no,
take
you
care of that
can't.
too, because if you don't,
you can't
have a good
register.
day, next.
You
All
can't
this place to
register
go.
your vehicle until you register your dog. Yeah. It's an RSA. That's what dog dogs do. So we have $1.1 million total cash available. Yes. Save that for a rainy day. Oh,
It's about 4. Just FYI.
So if we're good, we can move on to the school.
So, just out of
Yeah,
curiosity,
yeah.
you know, because she needs to know, she actually already talked to the town, what does the marriage license cost? I mean,
Oh, it's a good question, I don't know.
What is it?
marriage
License?
license. My
Yeah,
daughter's
oh,
getting
I wanna
it.
say it's $50.
Is it anything
That was,
It was
20
when I got
when I got
10
it.
years
so that
ago.
was-
How much was it?
No, 20 when I.
Yeah, I don't know, I could text her?
I was gonna, I can just look it up.
Experience.
Didn't cost me nothing, I got married. My cousin, just a piece, she did it.
You can
Well,
go anywhere.
still
Actually, my
You don't
daughter's
get a license, so
You don't-
you
You
don't.
pay for the license, Joe.
The thing is, you don't have to.
Well, it says right
do
here,
that
town
anywhere.
Mary's license account, Mary's license town, $2, $14, $7
So
a
$7,
piece.
that's Thanks, Joe.
We should make it a little more expensive, so it's a little more thoughtful.
Easy math.
You should though.
Enjoy that honeymoon now that you got more money to spend.
Let's charge a lot more than that.
That's an extra Mai Tai each.
That doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't, it
So
sounds
that's
foolish.
sorry, but hey,
Unless
Maybe
that's
there was
not
a-
certified.
maybe there's a sale that day.
That's like the official paperwork with the
That's
stamp.
probably the apply, that's probably the application for the marriage license.
Well, yeah, because
Yes.
here it says my marriage license state $86 for two.
Okay, so that, there we go.
So that's 43.
Sorry, hon, get you married, they up the price on us.
No honeymoon now.
Yeah.
Because when that was what it was in '07, we went to Dover and just because we happened to be in Dover. Because you can go anywhere. It
Yes,
doesn't
you
have
can.
to be
Right.
here.
Oh, no. She already
Yes.
talked to
Yeah.
New Durham,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
they
my
just have to go
my
in and
daughter
apply
got
for it.
hers here because she grew up here.
How old is she?
22.
Probably more, 6 more years.
There you go.
No.
6 years.
They've been engaged for a year, they bought their house.
I don't know.
All right, let's talk about the school.
So
Our
what I would-
favorite.
What I would like to start with is, I did go and sit with Kathy O at the SAU and went over all of the questions that we had raised for Marches.
Thanks
So
for
if
doing
we
that.
can do March, that would be fantastic, because obviously some of them may be the same for April, but if there's new questions that arise for April, I will be doing the same thing, and I will be getting answers before the next meeting on the April budget.
Okay, yeah.
So if we can kind of go together, I have a page number and I have a function number to go by, so I'd like to do it in order if we can.
Sure.
Because it makes it a little bit easier for
You
me
start.
and for you as well. So page 1, function 1100, we had talked about the health insurance, the dental insurance, and the retirement. Why were they in the red and what's going on? The answer that I received was there was a change of family and personnel.
I'm guessing they went from single to family. Correct. I'm just saying.
Same page, same function, section 125.
Say that again?
Right there.
Oh.
Administration.
Oh, section 120, oh, okay, I'm like,
Administrative fee of $180. The answer I received was it's a flexible spending account, and it made,
Yeah, me too, I'm not.
yeah, okay, so
Page one.
it's,
Oh, okay, section 1's
Section.
yeah, I know, I was looking for, under
Oh,
function, that
okay,
was me,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is
Alright.
what, that is
We'll
what
catch up.
So what was that for?
Yeah.
An FSA. account.
FSA account. So that's just gonna grow, because we see that for, I see that for April as well, so they're putting more money in.
very good.
Yeah?
Page 1, function 1200, wages, sped summer, 754.24. A student moved in and they didn't know they were gonna need services in advance in July of 2018. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Page 1, function 1200, health insurance and dental insurance. There was a larger plan needed for a teacher.
Wait a minute, larger plan needed for a teacher.
Like family plan as opposed to.
They go maybe from single to family.
Okay, so, all right, so same time, is a change in personnel, okay, all
Correct.
right.
At
Do
that
we
price,
pay
I'd say it's probably.
percentage of
Yeah,
their insurance or
I'm sure.
all of it?
That's cheap.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
I
the
do
question.
not know, but I will find out.
I'm sure we pay a good percentage, if not all of it. That would be my guess.
School's going away from that.
I can tell you, the health will be 10%.
100%.
You mean, so we pay, I mean, yeah, so they, well, we confirm that.
That's all.
It's not 100% at the hospital where doctors get their own insurance.
I can tell you, it's not 100%, and I work for an insurance company.
I know that for a fact because up there, bargaining like that with whatever, and they follow that more
Yes,
stuff down here,
yes.
and they get 100% up there.
Oh, definitely talk to them about that.
Nice benefit.
Yeah,
The-
no kidding.
Page 1, function 1200 still, we're going down to FICA,
Yeah.
special ed, and NHRS special ed summer, $117.23, $208.33, and the workman's comp
Yeah.
special ed, $37.29. It was wages that were needed.
For that student, probably, somebody over the summer. Okay.
For the new student. Okay.
Now we're going down to the special ed tuition, the extension SY of $10,000. That was spent in the summer.
Oh, the 10,000.
It hasn't been spent yet,
No, correct,
right? Okay.
correct.
We had asked about it
It
last
is-
month,
it's
so
summer
I wanted to make sure we had an
Nope,
answer.
yep, no, that's good.
Now we're moving to page 2.
I kind of feel like I'm having Paul Harvey moments.
No, this is
Function
good.
1200.
Oh, we're gonna go to page 2.
You saw that?
Feel free to hit it.
You're right there, if you have a nervous
Page
twitch, if you have a nervous
Function
twitch.
1200 section.
That would be on camera.
I don't care if it is.
Oh, that's good.
Special ed tuition private,
Yeah,
the 54 is left.
yeah,
That's what I believe we had Ken's information that the special needs at a different school and location. That's what that is.
So another district student?
Correct.
Can they go anywhere, or do we send them like to a Montessori school, or?
I think it's court appointed, some are court appointed, most of them are,
Oh, okay.
most I think are, but I
We
mean,
gave the ratio at the
yeah, I don't remember.
last
But,
one.
yeah, it's typically court appointed,
Page 2, function 1410.
yes.
Reimbursement wages, reimbursement FICA, reimbursement NHRS. One was paid a few hours last summer, and she wasn't sure, but they may be on the wrong lines.
No, maybe wrong. Kind of like that, it's on the wrong one.
Page 2, everybody's all right.
Yeah.
Page
I'm
2.
sorry,
Go ahead.
salary guidance.
We're on the
Oh,
floor.
yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
she-
there yet.
I
we
thought
let
you just,
Mary-
I let
okay.
Mary run this
Okay.
part of it
I
because
thought you
these
just
were questions
were right
from
there.
Lisa. She could reach across the table.
Don't
No,
do
just
that.
let me get through this, and then I'll go through April.
She used to take
Page
care of my
2,
kids.
I did, very well, actually. Page 2, function 2120, section, salary guidance, FICA guidance, retirement guidance, workman's comp guidance, that's a sub, or advanced education. Page 2,
So those are all subs?
sub or advanced education, she was not 100% sure.
Substitute, so on top of the regular person, we wrote somebody else in.
Had to though.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Right.
Do subs get insurance? Is that what it?
Yeah, that wouldn't, yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
true,
make
that
sense.
wouldn't make
Yeah, I
sense.
didn't get it when
I would have thought though,
Well,
for
you
the
did it for
guidance
work,
counselor, that they probably
Admittedly.
brought
Some
somebody
in the
in
room.
from another school. I mean,
No,
that's
I'd be
not a
interested
sub, that's
to know
not,
if substitutes get insurance.
Yeah.
I'm a
I'll go back to
substitute and we
But-
don't.
Yeah, I know,
Right now,
I know a
that's-
substitute, that's why I'm.
Yeah, but I
I'm-
bet you're right, Beckers, I bet you they brought in a guidance from another,
They had
another
to.
school, and so we're gonna have to
We
reimburse.
pay for that?
Yeah, reimburse,
I will ask.
yeah. Okay.
Page 2, function 2130, section, contracted services help with a 48-cent balance. That's the Huggins nurse, and that is contracted.
Oh, maybe.
Does Middleton School Board contract that? Or are we paying SAU to contract that through Lycans?
I do not have an answer to that, but
I'm
my
just, I'm
guess is
curious,
Wolfboro.
I would like us to be shopping around, I mean,
Basically, it is the SAU that do it for us, because we
We pay them.
pay
for
them
that.
to do all
That's
that
part
for
of,
us.
that's part of the services that we, that's part of the, included in the services that we pay for.
Yeah.
But can we get out of that if we wanted to
Well,
shop?
the thing is, if you get out of that, they say, well, we'll take it and get out of everything.
Right. Well, who knows, it's just asking a
we
question.
can't do that for like 10 years.
Okay, page 3.
That's another
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Function 2310.
Yeah,
Contracted services, $3,550. That's paid once every 3 years, service to look into the future needs, the leases, the copiers, etc.
okay, let's back up the bus on this one. Contracted services, so this is something that all right, and you should have said this, so I'll just repeat it, that we're gonna pay this amount every 3 years so that they can tell us what our future needs are?
That's not for
We tried
like
that, you said no.
students
Yeah.
and,
Was that ever voted on?
This is again, you're part of your contract, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
yes. Oh, that should be discussed.
Yeah.
Make it up pretty good here.
well, I would have thought contracted services, is, like you say, if it was once every 3 years, it's probably to see, oh, we got these kids in middle school, they're going to the high school and they're gonna need extra, I
And
mean,
that doesn't even sound like that, I think that's what, I don't know, I mean, to me, this is
It's
saying,
pretty
oh, we
vague
expect
category.
the school to grow at this percent, so you're gonna
Yeah.
need 500 new computers or something
Right.
like
they
that.
ought to be helping us with the budget then, if they're doing it.
Right, that's, yeah, that's a
Checking out.
kind of a,
That's a fluff account.
yeah.
Can we move back up to page 3 to 2220? Salary
Thank
media
you.
specialist?
Oh, yeah, I thought
that's
did
library.
we not get that one, Mary?
Sorry, where are we at?
Media specialist.
It's like,
2220,
Right here.
First
the
one.
very first one that's in the red.
Did not.
Okay. So I guess if we could follow up on that section, those, because I'm sure those three will go together, those three.
See, if you have the expenditure, the FICA and all the other stuff, is just, that's what the flow
It's just
sheet
a
with it,
reflection
so.
of, yes, that's what I was gonna say, those three go hand in hand, but,
Yeah.
yeah, that whole contract is.
yeah.
That's not-
I'll do it for half that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tell them.
Isn't that,
I
I
would
would
think we
Aren't
would,
you telling them what they need for years? I mean, the school budget
it's
committee.
even, I mean, I think it's still one of those things where it's, you know, they say, oh, we anticipate, you know how many students you have in, you know, I mean, it's, you're always estimating how many kids are coming in, but I mean, to me, it seems like it's oh, we're gonna do this for you every 3 years, well, aren't we doing that kind of every year?
well, if it's for things
Yeah.
like copy machines, I would think like
Service
a
contracts.
fire department, police department, you know every year you need
Right,
your gear, so
no, I get,
I don't understand
yeah,
that.
this line is
You're gonna need
totally.
a
A
copy machine on the
follow-up question to the
Oh.
3550. She said they thought it was gonna be like every 3 years that we pay that. Does anybody know if we paid it last year too? Like if there was a line item?
Maybe.
Because if it's supposed to be every 3 years.
You get 3,000 a year,
This
so
is
instead of
the
spending
third- this is the
$3,000
third
for 3
year.
years,
Yeah.
it's been
No,
$10,000.
yeah, she doesn't know the
Right.
difference.
That's true.
Because we've been here for years. This is the 3rd year.
Isn't it?
You can continue on, Mary, and I'll see if I can
The
find.
dues, the fees, the school board, $409, that's an association dues and policy.
And that's the bottom of page 3. Going up to auditor's fees. Do we know why that's so far over?
Did not look,
Okay.
did not ask the question.
I don't know if it was a question last month or not.
It was not, 'cause I
I
didn't
had
write
it highlighted, but I don't.
it. I didn't have it right written down.
Well, I have to tell you, if they're giving us $10,963 for their auditors, we're paying more than that for fashion to do our books. But maybe our books are a little bit more intense than what we have to go
Well,
in.
the school's only been open 3 years, so,
How many audits have we had?
yeah.
We're supposed to have one every year.
Every year?
Oh, yeah. state mandated. So, all right. You have to close the books for one, you start for the other.
So the question that you're
Okay.
asking about that auditor's fee is if it can be lowered, or why are we in the
Why
are so
negative?
far
and-
over?
And
Because what was ours this year, 15 for the town?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems,
I'm gonna tell you, this probably what it's going to be costing. I do remember that the auditors did send a letter to the school board saying they were increasing the fees. Okay? I do remember that, okay? And I think they said how much per hour, but you don't know how long it's gonna take to do that, so.
Who are the
basically,
auditors for
I
that?
don't remember their names now. I just remember the town ones, so I can't vote. But anyhow, I think you're gonna find that's going to be the number that needs to be budgeted going forward.
Okay, so I got an answer on your question about the contracted services. The last time there was money, $400, what's interesting, $400 was actually spent in 2018. According to last year, they didn't have anything in the 2019 budget, and then they were proposing $400 for the 2020, this is from,
now it's up to 3, it's
this was, what's the date on this?
almost 4.
So,
It's almost 4.
looking at this line, well, it's all combined in here. But yeah, so last time we paid anything was, but it was $400, so that's,
Can you ask that, why it's such a huge jump? I didn't.
And don't forget, back when this all started, we had SAU down here, the SAU up here. There were a lot
Yeah,
of
but that's
kids.
for 2018,
That's 2018, but
just last
was there
year.
something the year before that?
It doesn't matter, we've been in the school since what, 2016?
20, yeah,
15,
it's
16.
15,
Yeah, but I'm
16.
saying, was there something budgeted at that point, and now the 3 years is up, and now we're looking at it again?
but we
16,
went,
17.
but it looks like it was only budgeted like we only did $400, and now we're going to $3,500.
Yeah, they
so-
budgeted,
So it's almost
proposed for 2020.
right, 400. That was bad, yeah,
It's
so
it's
it's
good
just
to
a
ask the question, you
yeah.
know, and stuff like that, absolutely get clarified, but I think you're gonna find it's gonna be, because the school's new and everything, all smacking around like that, it's finally coming out to where it needs to be.
September of 16 is the year, this thing had opened.
So what did we say about the auditor's fees? I'm sorry, I missed
He said
I
that
think you're gonna find that's
You
going to
got-
be the number, and you're gonna
Yeah.
have the budget going forward.
No, I agree.
you
That's
got
probably-
you said you got a letter that they were increasing.
I remember seeing a letter to the school
Yes,
board and stuff
yeah.
like that, about the numbers going up.
No, they'll stop taking out a different line items. That's not very nice to say.
Maybe we
All right,
should-
so go ahead, Mary, back at you.
page 4,
Yes.
salary, function 2410 section,
Yes. Oh.
salary, health insurance, dental insurance, disability insurance, retirement office of the principal, workers' comp, office of the principal. This is for 2 people.
Who's the vice
Who's-
principal?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
And I'm not sure if it's a vice principal or if it's somebody else in the principal office. But it is for 2
But why is
people
it
and
separate?
more assistance was needed.
Oh, salary, see, it just says office.
Office.
That's
of-
encompassing of everybody who works in the office.
So
And
it's
there's for
probably
2.
Amy and Kat then.
I'm not sure who the second person
So it's
is
for 2 people.
for 2.
Who for two?
Okay.
It's like, try that, Bill. Everybody good?
Yes, thank you.
Page 4, function 2620. Salary, operating building service, FICA maintenance and custodian, retirement maintenance and custodian. This is also times 2 people
Haven't we always had two
and
people?
overtime, and overtime.
Why would there be overtime?
I'm assuming if there's people in the
Sidewalks.
building, the sidewalks, winter care.
Winter, yeah.
Mhm.
I know Fred and
Coming in-
the other guy's been out there early in the morning.
Well,
Not
I was
sure
gonna
what
say,
their
'cause
hours
if there's no
include.
school, there's no need to be in there early
You know,
to-
but you have some of these
Same.
delayed openings where they're probably out there cleaning up ice and
Yeah.
salt and like that, all the,
I'm
no
just-
different what the town had to go through,
They
I'm
do
sure.
all of it themselves too, the 2 custodians.
So there are 2, it is for 2, and it's incumbent of overtime.
You know, you know the business.
Yeah, question everything, so I'm just saying right now.
Yeah,
I think that's the
As you
function of
should.
the, that's the function of
Our
this
job.
committee.
Well, I do it because I don't know anything.
But that's
Apparently you
neither
don't
do
know
I.
more than me, because I don't even know who the guy's names are that work with.
Well, I got a daughter in the school,
Like
and
who's-
she talks
who's
all
in
the
the
time
office
about
with
Mr. Fred and
Karen?
Mr. Rogers. I'm like,
Perfect.
Mr. Rogers.
I know. I was like, that's odd.
Yeah.
I hope you don't
But-
live, I hope you don't live in this neighborhood.
That's fun. Are we on page 5?
Yeah, sure.
I got a question on repairs to the building.
Is that page
Sure.
5, but I mean, is that
Page
page
4,
5?
bottom,
It's 4.
26,
Okay, well, no, I didn't know if it's
Where are we?
on her.
On page
last
5?
numbers.
On the bottom of page 4, 4,000, maybe spent
2620.
Yours is different than ours.
I know, because
Oh,
I'm using
because you know what,
Marcia's.
Joe?
Oh,
Because she's looking at last
I'm
month,
doing
so
March.
we're doing March right now. She's doing the stuff that we had questions for March.
because
So-
a lot of the questions will be the same.
Right, so we're gonna go
Sorry.
back and,
That makes sense.
yeah, because it's
We'll come
red.
back.
It wasn't red last month, it's red now, that's why Mary's on. So now we're on page 5.
Page 5, function 2722.
Look at it.
Salaries, special ed, transportation wages, special ed summer, FICA special ed transportation, FICA special ed summer. This, all of these may move from regular to special ed, lines.
But aren't they special ed lines now?
Maybe I have that reversed. These will move from special ed to regular.
And why is that?
Yeah.
Don't have an answer to that. I was getting confused
This
with
question.
special ed and regular education and why it wasn't all,
If it's summer school, all that
Right.
transportation, I would think it's the middle and high schoolers, not elementary.
right, and it was the previous summer,
We have
obviously.
some
Lots
summer
of summer
classes for
kids.
kids down here too, so.
Yeah, but I was just looking, because before you had said there was only like a $700 increase in the sped cost because of that kid. I was thinking these higher costs must be because it's the other school.
Okay.
And page 5, function 2740, repair of the vehicles. This I know was huge. Starting the next fiscal year, the budget committee would like this broken down by vehicle. We talked about that. She's already started to do that for the next budget. She's getting it broken down. And definitely the new lease will help with this line. And a lot of the minor work is done at the SAU, so we may see buses in transport to the SAU that, when it's not
Instead of DeFrazio's.
right, some of the minor work can be done at the SAU garage.
Okay, so this is probably answers the question that Janet asked me about, and she may have mentioned it to you, is, Governor Wentworth, we seem to be using a
Yes, we
Governor
have been.
Wentworth bus
A
like
lot.
every day.
Because our
26.
buses need to be repaired.
28 or 26. Yeah, I've seen
Bus-
that.
What do we pay them to follow
Repairs.
their bus? No, how
I
much?
don't
There is a
think- I don't
fee,
think
there
that-
is a fee.
Is there a fee? And what are
My
they,
bus driver told me that.
and what is the fee for them repairing our buses on the minor things? Are
Right.
they charging more than the Pregios? And who's doing it? Is it gonna be the technical,
Oh, yeah.
kids up at the school doing it? They'll
No,
get
I
some
think
hands
they-
on?
No, I
It's
think
they have
it's-
their own mechanics.
Do
I've
they?
been told
Okay.
there are
Okay, that's cool.
issues with repairs. Just say that.
There's some questions.
There's some questions
Does that
whether
come
things
up?
are actually being repaired when they're put into service being repaired at specific places.
Well,
Where are these questions being arisen? Like in the shadows, or should we say something?
No, we're not social media, no.
Well, Joe, would know. We don't know. what it is.
Employees.
and you gotta be careful that,
Gossip.
Well, right,
I mean, unless people are willing to come forth and say, this is what's going on, and I know this firsthand for sure,
Yeah.
you be careful what you hear, because, I mean,
No, I
people
totally
are,
understand that.
so.
No, right, so I guess the question
But
is.
there's gotta be a reason why now all of a sudden we're going to maintenance at the SAU.
to do oil changes, minor repairs, the normal maintenance on them. Anything major is not done, it's done at DePregio's.
and nowhere else?
Well, so
That's the two
that's.
places she told me,
So the-
I can't
So I think
speculate
the question,
anywhere else.
so the question comes into play is, it seems like we're constantly having a bus, if it's a bus, whatever, a bus down because there's continuous use of a Governor Wentworth bus. Is that the case? That seems to be the case. If so, what are we being charged to use that bus? I'm assuming there's probably a charge because.
There is a
Where
fee.
is it to?
But
Like, which-
yeah, what line would it be coming
Yeah.
through? And that, I mean, which is, I think, cause if it is an issue, then we need to say, oh, do we need 2 buses instead of 1, right? So I mean, that's something that we need
And
to.
those
Which is
were
why
the-
we asked for it broken out, a year ago,
Yeah,
because
so-
it would be very easy to look and say, oh, bus 6 and 8 are
So
dying.
we need to actually think about 2 buses instead of 1 bus.
And it's easier to know when you're going in and budget for it, to justify it, than wait and all of a sudden you get one going,
Yeah.
you still got one that's always in the
So-
shop.
Right, and
I mean,
she
it's
has
Yeah.
started to break down the vehicles of
Yeah.
what's getting
Yeah.
what repair.
I know
No,
Dave's
that's-
is always out.
Right, so that's great that you did that, so that's really good. So my question, my follow-up question that I had, that I was gonna say to Joe, but actually maybe because of school. Why, and this is just a general question, I know you probably can't answer it. Why do we continue to park the minivan at the school, at the church, when we can park it in a well-lit parking lot at the school?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Cause that parking lot over there is not well-lit at the
No.
church, and they park in the very, at every edge of
Yeah.
the, so.
Is that
I was
what even
told
we
that it
use?
wasn't even allowed anymore.
It's not allowed to plug them in there.
Yeah.
No, well,
Well, I
I
know
was
that
told
going
that we
forward-
were not supposed to park there anymore because
You're not
we
gonna-
were plowing their yard
town-
and nobody wanted to do that, so we were supposed to
The
move the bus
town-
from the school.
The town, as a courtesy to the school, before school was built.
Yep.
Because we had no place to park the buses.
I
But
think
we
it's
would
good.
go over and plow out the church, so the church was kind enough to let us park the equipment over there.
Mhm.
Now that most of them are taking them at their own houses
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of like that, there's no reason for us to be plowing over there because we're not, they don't come plow my dooryard, they don't plow your dooryard. The town's not hired for that, and basically, we're not doing it no longer because it's not our job.
But if the van's not leaving, that's not really fair to the church either.
If what?
If
But-
the van's still being parked over there,
Okay, but
I
it's
mean,
No, this
for
is,
free.
at the, the
But
selectmen made the decision at the end of this winter year.
Yeah.
Right.
So going forward, next year, winter, they're not gonna plow that
Okay.
for. So, but my question circles back to, we do have a school parking lot, why wouldn't we utilize that for school
ask that
vehicles?
Yeah.
I mean,
So the other part of it is, don't forget, is that's the school and the
forget
church, that's the school and the church's deal, nothing to do with the town.
Right.
We were just doing it as a courtesy, so
And I
everybody
think-
could get this kid to school.
I thought it was a nice gesture, I wasn't against it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, the van still gets parked over there.
right.
Right.
I think it should be parked at the school where
I
it's
do
more
too.
visible, I said it's better lit, well, and
Absolutely.
it's more visible at the school because there's people, there's more activity, people will live, I mean,
Mhm.
there.
Does it have to do with maybe whoever's driving the van, leaving their car?
And I
It
think they should be
shouldn't
doing
matter,
it
there's
too.
There's
parking
plenty of
spaces
parking,
at
yeah.
elementary school during the
Yeah.
day.
Right. And that shouldn't be,
After
yeah,
drop
that
off.
shouldn't be, because it's gonna become they're gonna have to address it because the town is not gonna plow that and.
Anymore.
You know, it was
And
brought up when
Pastor-
the buses were over there too,
Right.
why we weren't.
Pastor Tom has been well aware of this since February, that going into
We made
it,
good
be prepared.
decision,
Tufts Road down off of Silver Street was always maintained by the town because they had a fire pond down there. That's no longer
Oh,
being done.
Tate Lane, I was
I'm
gonna say
sorry.
Tufts is off the river.
Tate Lane, I'm sorry,
No,
the other T.
It's off
And
Silver?
Yes,
Silver
Tate,
Street,
it's like the
just past the
last,
brook,
right before you get to the Farmington or Milton Town line, it's called Old Tate Lane.
on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
That was always maintained and plowed by the highway crew and no longer. And there was, one other, no longer, because they were deemed to be where the fire ponds was for water. And that was reviewed. Yes, we wanna do it, so we maintained it. We've been reviewed it, and since it was done the first time, it's never been utilized, ever.
Oh.
So we're spending town
That's
resources
a good
plowing.
thing. We didn't have to use it.
Yeah, but we're spending town salt, sand, time, and everything on a private road, so no longer, so, done.
There's,
Just as cost-saving measures.
there was another question raised that I brought forward. Why are we using a full-size bus for transportation for a few students during the summer? And the answer I received was the van only holds 6 children. and they may needed a, full-size bus with more students.
But last year, they were driving a full-size bus and they had like 4, I
Three or
thought.
4 on the bus
Yeah.
at most.
How many were supposed to be on it though?
Yeah.
Don't they have to plan for that? Like if somebody says they're in
The
summer
Title
school, whether they go or not?
But I guess it's one of those things you could give it the first
There's
week,
not
if you
many on
say
that.
you're supposed to have 8, and then all of a sudden you, first week you're 5, okay,
Third.
you're not gonna, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Yeah, the Title I bus now, the one that's picking up for Title I kids. How many days a week is that? 2 or 3? Why is a full-size bus being used for that? Because Dave's like doing his run to Wolfboro, comes back, 7:30, comes by again, picks up the one kid down by me, and then comes
As I
back
say-
again for the elementary.
As I say, is it only primarily maybe because the van is being utilized for something else
That's
at the
what I'm
time?
wondering.
That's, which is probably, that would be my guess.
Cheaper to get a cab ride.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, cause he's coming down in there 3 times,
Yeah.
Okay,
so.
Right.
Can we use a command vehicle?
It's over there. Light the siren, get done quick.
Okay, so now we can go to the April, which a lot of this stuff has been taken care of through the,
I think for the most part, the
Yeah,
only questions
but
I
there
have
was
are back to
only like
101.
right, which is the bottom of, I think you said you're the bottom of page 3, is that the one?
4.
Okay.
One question, Mary, with that repair vehicles, does that encumber both the Prezio and the SAU?
I believe it does,
Okay.
Everything,
everything
So
might be
I
breaking it
figured
down
the
for us.
SAU would have their own line item.
Not really.
Actually, I think I might have had, actually, let me just,
So if we go to the April, budget, I just wanna make sure you guys are okay with the numbers being at the bottom of the page. And it's singly copied, if some of you have single copies, maybe, I mixed them up.
mine, no, I made mine.
But they're
double.
copied so that it's more of a book
Yeah,
book
that's
form.
fine.
Oh, that's great. Stapled is perfect. I'll have to flip. Going back, I think the only question that I had that we didn't get a chance to answer was on 2620, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 2620, the propane, is that just the same? And what do we
Page
use?
number, sorry.
I'm sorry,
Page number,
5.
Fan.
Yeah, 5 at the top.
Oh, this is new,
March?
No,
Nope.
April.
April, okay.
That was
We're
the
in the
only
red for the
extra
propane.
question I had. And
That's
what are we
already-
using the propane for?
That heats the building and the kitchen, and the hot water.
Okay, alright.
It's not,
I didn't know if
it's
it's
not,
oil
it's
or,
not oil fired, it's all gas fired.
okay, so that's just a price gouge thing.
Yeah, and again, we had a little bit different type of, winter, so, you know,
Cold.
it's the coldest April and
Cold, but
stuff
not
like
a lot of
that.
snow, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so-
we had, so, my assumption is, and I should never say, April, this is through April, so we still have 2 months remaining on this year's budget.
Right.
So you only have May and June, which is different than what we do for the town. So,
Well, if the summer stuff is in here, wouldn't it count to July too?
no, it starts, the new year starts July to.
First,
yeah.
it goes June to,
Okay.
July to, June first, July 1st to June 30th.
Okay.
So,
So,
that's
my question is on 2620, bottom page 4, building repairs and building service agreements. And then something like $333, building repair, new building,
Yes.
and
Is that the shed?
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say,
gonna be,
But
well,
that's
that's
money
not,
supposed to be coming,
finished before the new year.
I was gonna say,
And
that
it
was
was
supposed
also
to be
out of that
coming out
building
of
fund.
Oh,
the,
no, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I was saying.
they're supposed to be coming out of the building fund, right, so.
I mean, it's not big money, stuff like that,
No,
but
but
if there's
still,
something going on with the building, it'd be nice to know that.
next month,
Is this
too.
just a one-time thing, is it gonna be something ongoing, they have problems with already?
as far as the billing service agreements go, isn't that always a fixed cost? Why would that change?
Yeah,
And I'm assuming that's like for, like if Cardinal Glidden came in, or well, they don't do propane, but like if somebody came in and did like heating maintenance or any kind of service contract,
But that's usually a set price.
unless we added a contract maybe. Is that
Oddly enough,
possible?
they're at like
It's
79%.
possible.
Different.
Yeah,
And
but
then
for, not for $300 or $400, I mean, what kind of contract, that's an odd number.
We'll see what
Could
happens
be
in
That's,
June.
that's just adding the.
I don't know,
year to
spring.
date expense.
I suppose you can find out.
Which is actually-
You don't have to guess.
You've got
Right, Mary?
to pay.
Right?
So.
Thank you.
that
That was the
puts
only
us
other
at-
question I had.
So as I did, I went down to the last page and I checked the year-to-date transactions with the stuff we paid plus the encumbrance, which we are obligated to pay, that's my understanding, maybe that's not the right wording to use. Took that balance against what was the budget and they're about at 79% and right now through April, they should be at 80, so,
They're on track.
right,
Yep, that's good.
at least I'm under. So we'll see how that goes.
Does anybody have any questions that I can go to her? I mean, I can make a phone call for a couple of these questions
last
that I
thing-
need to sit with her for.
Did we not discuss at one point that on these sheets over on the right-hand side, you want the percentages like we do for town?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
can we get that, Mary? Can we get the a percentage over here, like what we really should be at?
Yeah, it's just
Or-
like so.
You can show them the town one, see how we do it, that's something they can do.
Meaning, yeah, so this is what
Yeah,
you spent of it, and we
uniformity.
know, I mean, this is easy, cause it's not.
I like how you highlighted the red and the whatever.
I do
Yeah,
like
I
the
like that.
red and the black, I mean.
Well, then
because-
maybe I'll talk to Miss Park and see if we can do the same thing for you.
Well, anything that's over 100%.
Then you'll be like, it's too much red, put it back to
Right.
black.
I can't. I think that was a ink cartridge problem.
It's all red.
It's all red.
She only used the red.
It's all red.
I'm gonna do that one time, just put it all red, see what you do.
Do we know when we're getting the new bus? I know last month it was asked and you said it'd be in service for September, but you know when
And
the
the
line?
what?
That was
The
approved,
bus.
so it can't even be
Bus.
purchased
That-
till after July first.
Oh, okay,
Right.
alright, cool.
We're
They
spending
can,
a
they can place the
fortune
order
here.
now, but they
Yeah.
can't take possession until.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Do you know if they placed the order? Oh, they take them in.
Now, when you say you sit down, are you talking about when we like?
Physically sit with
No,
her.
with,
Physically
with
sit
the
with
business,
her.
with the
Her
business,
is the question.
Yeah.
the business
Kathy O.
administrator, Kathy O'Brien.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bean.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
business administrator.
Yeah, I sit with her.
Yeah, and
Thank
she's
you,
been,
Mary.
yeah, she's been
Yeah,
very
that's good.
responsive, she's very.
So I have a couple of things.
Yes.
If you, now I'm kinda lost because we
okay.
didn't have much for April because you guys are happy with what
The
was
explanation.
said for
Yes,
it.
yes.
Okay, cause you guys didn't ask me any
Do you
more
want some
questions.
more homework?
No, I'm good. No, if I can make a phone call and not have to sit with her for an hour
That's
and a
not
half,
fair.
that's
She
fine.
got
Don't
more,
worry,
I
next
got
month's
more she
coming, we
does.
can always make up for it.
No, I'm just saying, you guys
So
aren't asking
if-
questions, so I'm assuming that what was asked for March was
Right,
answered
no,
for
that's,
April.
no, that's
great.
great, that's great. Anything further? Anything more?
I'm good.
So the next meeting is gonna be June 17th, 2019, here, 6:30.
There is, Crystal from the school board is the next one in line if I'm not able to make it, and I don't have my June schedule from work yet.
Okay, that's fine.
So what I will have her do, or I will probably print these for you guys and leave them on the table for you.
Okay.
And if there's, and I'll do like I did, tonight, I'll have the answers written out so somebody can read
Sure,
it, cause she
sure.
won't probably
That would
know
be
that.
great, no, that would
But she'll be
great.
here.
I can give her a ride. She might have read
She
She
may,
lives on Adams Way too?
across the street, yeah.
Oh.
she may or may not be here depending on my work schedule, just so you guys know ahead of time, but I'll have the budget ready for you.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else for me?
I'll try to come to that meeting, I might be in severe depression.
Along with Bonnie.
Yeah, we'll both be.
Because you got kids graduating.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, all right, well, if we have
Our
nothing
first
else,
one will be-
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will
I
make someone at 7:56.
I was like,
I'll
who's
second
doing
it.
it?
He's moving on second.
Thank
All
you.
right, yep, adjourned at 7:56.
Now I get to move my butt right down to Dover.
Did you shut
All,
up?
all in favor?
Aye.
Bye.